Breaking news surrounding the two cousins accused in the gruesome killings of 4 young men in Bucks County. Sean Kratz has rejected a guilty plea deal and will instead take his case to trial. His sudden decision comes hours after the man considered the mastermind behind last summer's killings, Cosmo DiNardo, pleaded guilty. It is Wednesday afternoon. I'm Shari Williams.
And I'm Brian Taft. The big story on Action News today is the breaking developments in this case that gripped the region back in July. These two cousins are accused of murdering several young men and burying the bodies at a family farm.
Action News' Walter Perez has covered this case from the beginning. He joins us now live outside the courthouse in Doylestown. Walter.
Brian and Shari, talk about courtroom drama here in Doylestown. Members of each of the victims' families were there as Cosmo DiNardo admitted in court that he committed those horrific crimes up in Bucks County last July. Then DiNardo's cousin, as you mentioned, at the last second, rejected a plea deal linked to his alleged role in 3 of those murders. Still, when it comes to Cosmo DiNardo, we now know he will spend the rest of his life in prison. Cosmo DiNardo will spend the rest of his life in prison after pleading guilty to murdering 4 young men on his parents' 90-acre property in Solebury last summer. Inside a packed courtroom, prosecutors went into gruesome details involving the deaths of Jimmy Patrick, Thomas Mayo, Mark Sturgis, and Dean Finicaro. When the prosecutors finished, the judge asked DiNardo if he is the person responsible. DiNardo simply said yes. Then several in the courtroom cried as members of the victims' families stood and delivered victim impact statements, each of them saying how their lives are shattered and will never be the same. Mark Potash, Mark Sturgis' father, said he finds comfort in one thing alone. Speaking directly at DiNardo, he said, quote, "Your only way out of prison will be wearing a toe tag, and that's the least we all deserve." Then, in a surprise move, DiNardo's cousin, Sean Kratz, who's linked to 3 of the murders, rejected his plea deal just moments before his hearing was scheduled to begin this afternoon. He would have been sentenced to 59 to 118 years in jail under that deal. Now, Kratz's case will go to trial, and prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty.
But we mean what we say. It's not bluster. I wish this could have been over today. I respect his decision not to go forward. That's his constitutional right. But just as a person, as a human being, I wish that this could all be over so that those 4 families could heal.
Now, DiNardo was sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms. Meanwhile, Kratz's trial will expectedly not begin until sometime early next year.